How do we start this again?
Upside down?
I have energy for that.
That's fair. I like to be left side right anyways.
Welcome, everybody, to the Weerds podcast, where I'm a weeb.
And I'm a nerd.
And let's get this thing started. We've been kind of MIA for the past 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I had the sickness, as unfortunately, apparently we can't say the word.
Nope.
Because freedom of speech is dead.
Apparently. But let's not get too political.
But anyways, so yeah, I'm fine now. I'm healthy again. I can actually eat. Actually, that was the biggest thing when I was sick. Was my appetite was low. I hardly ate anything. I didn't have any breakfast. I never had dinner. I only ate one thing for lunch. And that was it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard could be one of the symptoms, which is common not just for this sickness, but any other form of sickness. This one just being
the most wide known.
Yeah, currently.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to have Aki back. The place that we're recording is safe. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, all my family, most of my family had it before I did, so they were fine before I was. But yeah, we're all good. No one has died, thankfully. So,
except for my hopes and dreams.
That's been long. Can something die if you don't have it?
That's fair.
People are going to be mad at me. So today's topic is we're going to be talking about the Mario movie that they're currently making right now, which is still untitled. But
is it really?
Yeah,
I thought the Mario movie was what it's called.
According to Google and other sources, it's still just the Untitled Mario movie.
I think they should keep that. Honestly, that's hilarious.
Honestly, if they keep it just called the Untitled Mario movie, I would. No matter what I hear about it, I would still go watch it.
I want to see what's so entitled about it.
Right. So the initial release date for right now is winter 2022, so at the end of this year, but we'll see. It depends. A lot of movies have been getting set back recently.
Curse you, sickness.
Well, actually, most of them are just they wanted to film a bit more since more restrictions have been lifted.
Oh,
so
that's fair.
They can film a little bit more, do a little bit. Because I know, especially for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, it's been pushed back a lot, but they did it recently just because they wanted to get a few more cameos in.
That's fair.
So, since we're going to talk about the Mario movie, we're going to talk a little bit about our experience with the Mario games. Personally, I haven't played a lot of Mario games. I mostly played the Super Mario Bros. What's the one on the DS? This is called the New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've played that one a lot, and I've played, of course, Mario Kart. What about you, Hush?
I have played... If we're going based off, mainline Mario games, not like the weird side ones, like the keyboard Mario game.
Right, like the side mini games.
Yeah. I played almost all of them, excluding some games. One of the games I haven't played is actually on the Switch's virtual console. I just got to get to it. But my experience is pretty much all of them. And honestly, if you did want to get into Mario games, I would just play them in any order. They're really good. They all have their own respective functions and ways of gameplay. Mechanics, that's the word, of mechanics. So I'd highly recommend it.
What would you say is your favorite Mario game?
So I threw a little twist on mine, seeing as I'm more of a gamer than I should admit. My favorite game goes between Mario Maker 1 and 2, because they're kind of the same, and Mario Odyssey, because I do just like the kind of open-ish world of Odyssey. The twist is I'm going to tell you my favorite game to speedrun as well, because that's what I do. I dabble in speedrun games.
Right.
And it's the Super Mario World that came out for the SNES. Because it's fun to play. Yeah, it's fun to play, and B, you can beat the game in 5 minutes. And it's just really fun to play.
That's a speed run.
Yeah, I know it's really fun once you get into it.
Yeah, my favorite Mario game, like I said, I've only played like 2 of them, but I really did like the new Super Mario Brothers, because it's the same format as the original game, right? Where you play through all the levels, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I like Mario Kart. The only issue I have with it is the my mind just blinked a little bit.
The online features, the tracks, the characters.
I would say the kind of items, just like
We're talking about the one on Switch, right?
yeah,
Okay.
the Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
When I notice when I'm playing by myself, you know, where you're positioned, it made sense on the type of items you got. But when you play as teams, like when my sister and her husband were visiting us, we played Mario Kart. So I was in like 8th place, but I kept getting bananas. And that happened more than once. So I was like, this doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics work in terms of double, like a multiplayer,
Right.
whether it's online or multiplayer itself. Especially team, because everyone could be in different positions. Like you could be in 8th, but your teammates could be like in the top 5. So I think it depends on whoever's up top, maybe.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be getting bananas in 8th place. There's almost no one behind you.
I don't know why. Also, friendly fire. There should be none if you're on teams.
Well, that's what makes the games fun.
Not in this house, apparently. Somebody, I won't say who, was a sore loser. It wasn't me, but somebody was a sore loser. They know who they were. But anyways, so what are your kind of hopes for the movies when they're translating from the games to the movies? Like, what kind of things do you want to see in the movie? Like, what's kind of plot line you want to see, or you know,
do they not? So do they not have a plot line either, or is it
no?
just
Everything's basic right now. They just basically have the cast list and said they're doing the movie. There's no more information, at least from what I've seen.
So I have heard. I haven't seen, but I have heard of the Mario show, and I think they had a movie already, anyways,
Oh,
right?
God, that movie was terrible.
So I'm hoping for
it's
this
one of the
one.
worst movies translated from games to movies.
So what I'm hoping is modern day. I'm hoping that it's good, like as generic as I can be. I just hope it's good. I hope it, because again, there's so many Mario games and they all have their own different stories, their own different powers and lore and all that, right?
Right.
I just hope whatever they pick is good, and then whatever they pick, they can stick by. If not, make have creative liberty with them. Basically, just be good.
Be good. Yeah. See, what I would like to see is, I want them just to to help get started. Just do a generic, not exactly, but follow the original game where Princess Peach gets kidnapped, and then Mario has to go save her, kind of thing. Get the story off the ground. Like, you can, obviously they're better writers than I am, so they'll create a good story. It's kind of like an origin movie. Just start it out, and then we can branch out to the other plot lines and characters that's throughout the games there.
So another thing, just to add an example, back with the PS4, there used to be, or back when Ratchet and Clank came out for the PS4, which is basically just it was a remake. It wasn't even a remodel of the original Ratchet and Clank. It came out, there was an actual movie that came out in theaters. It came out with a movie. The problem was the movie itself was basically just every cutscene in the game as a movie, but it was in theater.
That's a bad move.
Yeah, lots of people hated it. The game was fine, obviously, because it's a game.
Yeah. But
everyone hated the movie because they're like, this is just the in-game cutscenes. What's going on here? How is this a movie? And I'm just like, that's so true. So I hope it's not that. I know Mario doesn't really have much in terms of cutscenes,
Yeah,
if not just little interactions here and there.
but don't cut and paste.
Yeah, basically.
So what I'm thinking they're gonna do, I'm thinking they're gonna do something like what they've been doing with Sonic, or rather than just like follow the basic plotline of the game, is they do a little bit more creative freedom, where you know, where they change the storyline a little bit, and they do have a lot of the main characters that aren't always in the same game, like because you know they got the basics of Mario, Luigi, Peach. They also got like Donkey Kong. They got Cranky Kong. You know, they got Kamek. So you know, they got basically all the main characters from all the games.
At least some of the original
Yeah.
early on Mario characters. Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they'll do something like like
I'm
Sonic.
pretty sure. Cause I'm pretty sure Cranky Kong, as far as I can remember, Cranky Kong has only been in the Donkey Kong specific games. I don't know if Mario's ever met Donkey Kong's family besides Diddy.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember Cranky Kong.
But yeah, I don't even think they've met, as far as I know.
So it'll be interesting. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll have a trailer out. They usually have the trailer out in like what 5 months before the movie comes out.
Would you say at the end of winter or something, or somewhere in the winter it'll come out?
Yeah, it said winter 2022.
So probably around like what, September maybe?
September, yeah.
Probably, yeah, somewhere around then. Like
Hopefully
the
by
middle of
then
fall.
we'll have more details about it too.
Hopefully.
But so you know, with this movie, if it does well, do you think they're going to just keep it at a one-off movie, just keep their success, or do you think they're going to try to milk it for all they can get?
See, that depends on how good it is, obviously, but it also depends on. Because I mean, you could ask the same question about the first Sonic movie, because I feel like they even had to redesign Sonic himself because so many people hated it.
Yeah.
But they still made. But they
bullied the studio.
Basically, trust me, it was bad. If you know, you know.
If you remember, I'm sure there's still a copy of the trailer out there on the internet. The original design they had for that Sonic movie was horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got past the editing team.
I'm just glad they remade it.
Yeah.
And even remade it in the trailers.
It looks. Yeah, Sonic's looks a lot better now.
But the fact that it did more well than I thought it would. It's Sonic. It would do well to get a second movie and to add even more characters like Tails and Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that, or not hope, if this Mario movie does like break grounds, they have to be able to play off the first movie.
Right.
Because I haven't seen the first Sonic movie yet, but I'm assuming at the end of the first Sonic movie, it continues into the second movie, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're both connected. It's not like, Sonic's in this movie and then he has a completely different story that's not tied to the first one at all. They still have the same human characters that's in the new movie.
But if they do play off the first movie with sequels, the first movie better make sense. Because like I said, there's so many different Mario worlds and lores and characters that it has to make sense somehow,
Yeah. As long as they continue to create a cohesive story, then it's fine. But we'll see what the future will bring with these movies. I mean, if it does mediocre, then they'll just keep it as one movie and they'll end it. But I think if it does as well as they hope it does, which is bring in billions of dollars, then they'll probably make more sequels.
I would imagine, because there have been Pokemon movies in the movie theaters as well, or mainly in Japan, but in theaters as well. I'm sure just because of the video game name and the brand being Nintendo, I'm sure it'll do well regardless.
Yeah.
Unless it really tanks.
Yeah, unless it's like as bad as the live action Mario movie they made a long time ago.
At this point, it's either this movie is going to make or break Nintendo to some degree. With Mario,
it'll get them, because I'm thinking like if they do well with this movie, then they can make other movies with their other franchises like Kirby or Legend of Zelda.
I was just gonna say, I think Legend of Zelda would make a great TV show, if not movie.
People have been begging for a TV show.
But you see, with Zelda, it's like I said earlier with Ratchet and Clank. You can't just make it cutscenes. You can't just improvise between the cutscenes.
So we'll talk about, because there's a lot of stuff about with Legend of Zelda and why they haven't made a movie. That we'll talk about it another time in another podcast.
By the way, not sponsored by Nintendo at all.
I wish
they are making an open world Kirby. For any of you Kirby fans, since we're talking about Nintendo.
Hey Nintendo, you want to sponsor us? I'm all for it.
Same. Biggest supporter forever.
Yeah, but so Nintendo's actually collaborating with Illumination and Universal Studios.
Illumination.
So yeah, it's the same people who did the Despicable Me movies.
Did they do Despicable Me? I thought they just did Minions.
No,
I don't know who I thought did.
No, they did Despicable Me too.
I've only seen the first movie like a small handful of times.
I mean, the Minions are a lot. I'll say that the Minions are a lot. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Mario here.
Yes, a good franchise, not franchise. Go on.
So
ignore me.
You know, with this news, they do great animation. They have great storylines, and you know, Universal is a very good studio that put out consistently good movies. So I am hopeful for this movie. I'm not gonna get my expectations up, but I am hopeful for them actually making a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the only information we have for the movie really is we got the cast. So I'm gonna run down the cast and who's voicing them. So we got Mario, who is voiced by Chris Pratt. Luigi's voiced by Charlie Day. Princess Peach is Anya Taylor-Joy. Donkey Kong is Seth Rogen. Bowser's Jack Black. Toad is Keegan-Michael Key. Cranky Kong is Fred Armisen. Foreman Spike is Sebastian Maniscalco. I butchered that, I'm sorry. And Kamek is Kevin Michael Richardson. So what I'm gonna do is I'll state the names again, and then we're gonna play a little snippet of their voice so we can kind of see, and then we'll discuss on how we feel about it. So the first one is Mario, played by Chris Pratt, and I'm going to play a little clip. This is the Lego Movie B-roll footage. So this is kind of like the behind the scenes when they were voicing for the Lego Movie.
Cop shows on TV, and isn't there supposed to be a good cop in that scenario also? If so, I'd like to talk to him, please.
Great, and then do another one.
So that's Chris Pratt. I mean, he's a well-known name.
Mm-hmm.
He's Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's what's his face in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember his name.
I don't remember his name either. But yeah, he's a very well-known name. How do you feel about him voicing Mario? Because there's a lot of controversy on him voicing Mario.
I mean, there's a good and a bad. My only problem with it is, does he really match the personification of Mario?
See, that's my thinking.
Like, you can voice Mario, but if this is live action and you're supposed to represent him like visually.
Oh no, this is animation.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's animation.
Okay. But no, actually,
but even with voice acting, it's, you know, a lot of misconception people have about voice acting is you're just talking.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they actually have to like act it out. The really good voice actors, when you watch the behind the scenes, they get into the character, and you can see that it translates to the voice.
I feel like Chris Pratt can really get into the character. My only issue is,
will he do the right character?
Yeah, because Mario is Italian.
Yeah, that's
but how well can Chris Pratt do like accents?
Well,
or at least stick with
that's
them?
the thing. It's been reported that he isn't going to do an accent, and that's what really got people upset.
Then why make a Mario movie?
Well, they said he's not doing the Mario Italian. He's doing an accent, but he's not doing the Mario accent. So we don't really know exactly what kind of voice he's saying.
Is there no "It's a me"?
Nope.
It's a me.
Probably
a
not.
Mario.
So we'll see
Wahoo.
how it goes. I'm on the position of I'm on the fence about it. I mean, I know there's people who just hate Chris Pratt like as a person, which just because he's Christian, like that people have literally said that.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
no.
heard tons of people say, "Yeah, I don't like him because he's a Christian." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't help your argument at
Yeah.
all, but sure.
So people just hate him just to hate him,
Fair.
and that's not me. I don't. I think he could do a good job. It's just the information that has been presented to me has me a little worried.
Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait. See, we'll see when the trailer comes out, and I mean,
That will
Yeah,
that
he's-
will make or break the
yeah.
movie too.
he's a good voice actor, no doubt. He's done a lot of voice acting, but we'll see. So the next one is Luigi, and this is Charlie Day. I've only heard him in name. I haven't actually watched him. So this is on this is a Conan, the talk show Conan on TBS. That's when Charlie Day was on there.
Hold up this year. We almost drowned him. We did an underwater sequence, and Danny's incredibly buoyant. It was.
So
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you. I know who Charlie Day is. He's the guy from. I just looked this up. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
never seen it.
That's It's kind
Yeah.
of. But no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't recognize names too much of actors, but if I see their face, I'll recognize them.
Mhm.
Okay, I kind of know who we're dealing with then.
Yeah, so actually, from listening to this clip, honestly, I think he could be a really good Luigi.
Oh, definitely.
He has the awkwardness. He has the kind of, high pitched,
He has the enthusiasm.
yeah, the enthusiasm for
If
it.
you, I know you say you've never seen It's Sunny, but if you
Mhm.
do see it, his acting there, good. His enthusiasm, his
Mhm.
kind of,
Demeanor.
yeah, it's really good. I'd say he should be Mario, if anything.
It's funny, he's Italian.
Is he really?
I think so. I think that's what I read. Someone told me that he was Italian.
I still think he should be Mario. Just swap places. Sorry to anyone who doesn't. Sorry to everyone who loves Chris Pratt, but he's a player too, not player one.
All right, he's American. That's all. That's it. Yeah, his father is of Italian and Irish of ancestry.
There we go.
So yeah, he is Italian,
Not born in Italian, but
he has Italian ancestors.
he was born in New Yorkian.
Yeah, I think he could have done a great Mario, but I honestly, hearing this clip,
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be the best at Luigi.
That too. Mm-hmm. But if we had to switch,
If
he could
if
do
there was
both.
if there was an option, I wouldn't mind if he did both. That would be pretty cool.
If you paid him double to do both, I'm sure he'll take it.
Actually, I just remembered a thing about Mario is the voice actor who does the voice acting for all the Mario games. He's actually going to do a lot of cameos in the movie.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Mario talks. I thought it was just a bunch of Wahoos.
Well, yeah,
and all
yeah.
that.
He's the one who did all those.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this is Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy.
I don't really have one right now. It's a bit confusing. So I was born in the States, but then went straight over to Argentina, where all of my family is. Then we moved to London, and then I started acting, and I haven't stopped making movies. So I don't have a house yet, but I'm...
Is she? Am I just hearing this wrong? Is she partly British, or is that just the way she speaks, or is that how she sounds? Because my initial thought when I heard her was British Peach.
Well, she learned English in London,
Oh,
so I'm sure that's where she got her
yeah.
accent
Okay.
from.
But I'm still down, honestly.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me.
She looks like Princess Peach.
Yeah, and it also kind of reminds me of Zelda's
Oh,
voice
yeah.
actor in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, British.
Which I'm also down with.
Yeah,
So I'm cool. That's cool.
yeah. I think she sounds good.
Mhm.
I mean, there's not much else to say.
I don't know. I only know like 2 or 3 actors from the
Yeah.
role cast or whatever it's called.
I mean, it's hard to honestly judge Princess Peach because she doesn't really do much.
I mean, outside of like the Paper Mario games, not
Yeah.
really. Which, by the way, is its own series with its own lore.
Which will be interesting to see what they do with Princess Peach because, obviously she's the main female role, so they want to give her a bit more something to do than just just be captured and all that.
I want her to be Princess Peach, but I also want her to be a little feisty.
Yeah.
To kind of base her off of the Smash Bros. Series.
You know, it'd be funny if Bowser captures Peach, and then she busts out, and Mario's just trying to find Peach, but he doesn't know that she already escaped.
What was the Luigi game? It's like Mario's lost or something. And it's just like, well, Peach is lost. Luigi, I need your help with this.
Luigi,
I need to know where the Eiffel Tower is.
help me, brother.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then, so, next is Donkey Kong with Seth Rogen.
I think we got an email. I think we emailed Higgins.
I emailed Higgins while I was waiting in the waiting room for the ride, and I was like, this is a...
Oh, right, before I forget. So the Anya Taylor-Joy clip, that was on the live Kelly and Ryan show.
This is Donkey Kong?
Mm-hmm. And so this is Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong. The clip is from The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Waiting room for the ride, and I was like, this is amazing.
What's the review of the...
It was incredible. I thought it would suck because a ride based on a talk show sounds terrible.
I don't know what Donkey Kong is supposed to sound like with a voice, but I think he could work.
Yeah, I think he can work with... I mean, Seth Rogen is a great actor. He's, done a lot of great movies. I think, he just... when I pictured Donkey Kong, I always pictured him with a deep voice, and Seth Rogen, has a very deep voice, and I think he can really do a good job on it.
Yeah, I think it would work.
All right, here we got another one that I heard a lot of people complain about for some reason. It's Bowser as Jack Black, or Jack Black as Bowser. So this is the clip is from the Graham Norton show.
Down the leg, the golden bedazzlement. But then the shoes, I just realized.
The man who made the shoes is in the audience.
Oh, really?
See, here's what I think about Jack Black. Who is he playing? Bowser?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I think about Jack Black playing Bowser. From the only movie I can remember him being, or seeing him in, being Paul Blart, I think he could make a good Bowser. Obviously, he has the acting talent. He has access to his own library of accents and this and that.
Right.
So I can't see a reason why this would be bad, besides the fact that I've only seen him in Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Was it?
But
Actually,
he was the cop. He was the main cop.
No, it wasn't. That's Kevin James.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was so confused.
And I don't know who Jack. I know who Jack Black is though.
Watch Kung Fu Panda.
Oh yeah.
He's the voice actor for Paul.
Okay. I didn't know actors back then. I still don't know actors. But you learn something new every day.
This is why I'm here.
True.
So,
Ignore my ignorance.
So here's what I get from Jack Black voicing Bowser. So he's a very comedic actor.
Right.
He does a lot of comedy. He's a very funny guy. So my thinking is, if they're casting him as Bowser, that means they're probably going to have Bowser, instead of being just this big mean monster, that they're going to give him some comedy bits.
They're basically going to make a Mario version of the Joker then.
No.
Kind of a funny guy.
Joker isn't a funny guy.
Well,
he's an insane guy.
Same thing.
For debate, but alright. We can see where his mind's at. But, it'd be interesting because, when you unless you, play the side games a lot, Bowser's supposed to be, this terrifying enemy that you need to defeat. So it's interesting that they chose Jack Black as Bowser. Makes me think they're going to go for a comedic kind of movie. Like what's the main villain in Sonic?
Dr. Eggman?
Yeah, him. He's more of a comedic villain in the movie. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to go down that route, kind of. But we'll see. So the next one we got is Toad, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key. And this is on Comedy Central. It's the substitute teacher skit that he did on Key and Peele.
In the inner city,
So don't even think about messing with me. Y'all feel me? Okay, let's take roll here.
Now imagine that voice on Toad.
Yeah, I'm trying to. That's not okay. It'd be hilarious, first of all. But secondly, I can't see Toad acting in such a way. I mean, I know this is his character for this skit.
Yeah, he does a lot of variety roles, so
I think Toad would be hilarious with this kind of personality skit.
Whoever does like animation videos, do an animation with Toad in this skit. That would be hilarious.
Can you imagine a gangster Toad?
This is what's happening.
Exactly.
He's a gangster Toad.
That's what I mean.
Now I'm kind of really hoping to do a gangster Toad in the movie.
Hey, yo, Mario. The princess is in another castle.
Yo, Mario.
I don't know if that was I don't know if I did Italian or gangster.
I think I just did Italian. You did a gangster. Yeah. Gangster.
Yeah, I go to the gym. The Pokemon gyms.
I think, it's hard to judge voice actors, especially when you don't know the direction they're going to the movie. But I just think it would be interesting to see his voice with Toad.
Well, I mean, let's look deep. Let's look a bit more in depth on it. Toad hasn't really been a character. He's more of
He's an informationalist.
Yeah, more of a go this way. Here's the info.
He points you in the direction you need to go.
Unless you're playing the Mario Party games, he's more of just, hey, I'm here to help.
I mean, isn't those games basically just it's a party?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, we say that for every one of these. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, when we don't have anything except for the actors, you kind of can't say much else.
Yeah, except for the really popular ones, like Mario, Luigi.
Yeah.
Things that, who had more active roles in the game. So this one's Fred Armisen, who's playing Cranky Kong. The clip is from The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon.
No, I mean, I live right here. I'm in the apartment right that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't remember much about Cranky Kong. So what's your thoughts on his voice?
Cranky Kong is the old man Kong. I'm trying to, as I was listening, I'm trying to picture his voice with the character of Cranky Kong, obviously.
Right.
I think he would be fine, honestly. He's just Cranky Kong is just an old man.
Old man, yeah.
Old man Kong, basically.
So you're telling me that, making me think, his voice, if he just, deepens his pitch a little, and then, kind of gets that cranky voice out, I think that could work really well.
Otherwise, I'm not sure how Cranky Kong is supposed to be personified.
Right.
Like, if he's just old, or if he's, actually crazy.
Old and crazy.
I mean, they kind of go together. But I'm not sure exactly what his personality in-game is supposed to be, besides just old and cranky.
Right.
But I think it would still work. He was also, as far as I can remember, he was kind of like Toad, where he's more informational.
Yeah.
For the Donkey Kong side of Mario, not the Mario side of Mario.
Right.
But that's just what I know.
Alright, so we got,
Sound it out.
So, we got Sebastian Maniscalco. Yeah, I keep on seeing that C as an N for some reason. He's playing Foreman Spike. I don't remember Foreman Spike. Hold on.
Foreman Spike? I think I know who it is.
Look it up real quick.
I mean, we want to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah. Okay, I don't remember this guy at all.
Oh, no, wait. Who the heck? I was thinking of a different character. Wait a minute.
It's the foreman of the demolition site where Mario and Luigi work in Wrecking Crew.
Oh, that might be a... because he's not in any games. That might be a reference to the Mario show. or a Mario movie.
Oh, no, I got
So
it
he's
right
not in
here.
any games.
No, he was. Oh, okay, so it was first introduced in the 1984 Mario Brothers game Wrecking Crew. So it's a side game. He's introduced in a side game.
What was it? Wrecking Crew?
Yeah. So he was prominently featured as the game's main antagonist. They got a lot of the antagonists in this movie. Because they got apparently this guy who's an antagonist. They got Bowser, big antagonist. Donkey Kong was originally an antagonist in the Mario series.
That is true. Well, here's the other thing. The reason we don't know about it, we're American, if you haven't figured that out. The only reason we don't know about it is because that game was only released in Japan
Oh.
for the Super Famicom, which I think was also a Japan-specific console.
So, yeah, that's probably why we don't really know about it.
Bold of them to do that, but I mean, hey, you learned something new about the Mario games.
Maybe if it does well and people like the character, they'll be able to either remake the game and introduce it in America, or maybe put the game on the emulators on the Nintendo Switch. Well, we'll be seeing. Well, this is his voice. This is his Comedy Central stand-up.
Went to the grocery store. Always a problem at the grocery store. Is it hard to pay? Always something going on in my line, right? Always in the back. I'm like, what are they doing?
You know, hearing the way he's telling this story, I can, because you said he was the like the head of a construction place. I can definitely see this working.
Yeah, when I started here, it's like, okay, you know what, it sounds correct.
I can see it.
I can see it
I
happening.
may not know the character, but I know his occupation and that voice. This actor.
Yeah, even if he's like an kind of antagonist, he sounds
I
like
mean,
yeah,
it works. Honestly.
Yeah.
He could just be looking at Mario and Luigi like, what is he doing? What are they doing?
What are you doing, man?
There's something
What's
happening.
wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with it. I'm down for it.
So the last character we got is Kamek, voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson.
With me.
I play Smidge in the animated series Trolls on Netflix.
Oh my god.
Robert Hawkins, you remember from Static Shock.
Really?
Virgil, you better get your butt back to school.
Really?
Man, oh man, and I played the Joker for the Batman.
Batman.
Sick. That was Barney Rubble.
Oh,
So-
if he played, I loved Static Shock. So if he played in that, I'm sure he'll be fine.
I mean, just like listening to these, he's already done like 3 different voices.
Yeah.
He's obviously got range, so whatever character that you need him to do, he can do it.
I'm
So-
not sure. I don't remember if Kamek ever spoke. I don't think any Mario character really speaks,
Yeah,
unless it's like again the old shows when they actually did speak.
right.
But I feel like he could do a good Kamek. Only because Kamek is just a little creature flying around doing magic. You can't. You don't have to be too explicit or extra with it.
When I think of Kamek, here's the voice I think of what he did.
Series Trolls on Netflix.
Oh my god.
Robert
That's what I think of.
maybe like that. Maybe a little more
High pitch.
high pitch, not a little more high pitch, a little less of a gurgle effect.
Yeah.
But definitely, I'm down with it. And plus he played for Static Shock. It's such a great show.
I missed that show.
I need to figure out where I can stream it or find DVDs of it.
Alright, so that were all the characters from all the cast that's currently out for the Mario movie. I mean, I'm on board with most of it. The only one I am, like, kind of nervous for is the Mario one, but that's just kind of because of the marketing they've been doing for it. Just, like, saying he's not going to do the Mario accent makes me, like, I'm hoping he'll just do, like, if he just does a generic Italian accent, I'll be fine. but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
That's fair.
You know,
No, that's fair.
and also when I think of Mario, I don't think of Chris Pratt.
He's too fit to be Mario.
Oh,
That might sound a
well,
bit
that's
weird.
from the Guardians of the Galaxy because he was in his other greatest role was Parks and Rec, and he was a fat guy in that one. He was pretty chubby.
Who did he play again?
He played Andy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I always liked Andy's character. I didn't know that was Chris Pratt though.
Yeah.
He did a great Andy though. That was a great character. Great show.
But that's it for the Mario movie. Maybe when they give out more information, we'll do another podcast.
Maybe.
Or maybe we'll wait till the movie comes out.
Yeah, wait till the movie comes out, and then maybe a week or so after it comes out, me and Aki will regroup and hopefully talk good things about it.
I mean, it's got potential.
It's got
It's got
potential.
a lot of
Just because it's
potential.
got potential doesn't mean doesn't.
There's a
guarantee
lot of
anything.
movies that failed because of when they had potential.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So I don't know if you have another section, but I've got a question for you.
All right, go
Since
for it.
we're kind of coming up on the end. You can even look this up since you have your notes and your laptop in front of you. If there was a Mario game that you could play, a new one, which one would you be interested in playing? You've heard of Mario Galaxy, right?
Yeah, I actually want to play. That's the first one that came to mind was Mario Galaxy.
I would highly recommend it. It's one of the most popular Mario games you can play.
I've heard it was really good. I've heard a lot of good things
If
about it.
you also want to get a little more specific, you could get the 3D All-Star package that comes with Mario 64, Galaxy, and Sunshine. Because those three are complete classics to the Mario
Right.
series. But if you want just Mario Galaxy, get the first one. You don't really need to play the second one. You can if you want, but it's not as exciting.
Right. I also want to play Mario Party just because it seems like fun, but I need friends.
Yeah, Mario Party you can play it alone, just like Mario Kart, but the
Yeah.
problem is it's better with friends. And you can actually yell at someone and not the computer. Because the computer is programmed to do what it wants. Curse the split-second decisions. Actually, computers don't even need a split second. They need half of a split second to make a decision.
Quarter or a split second.
They don't need any time. They just make it. Technology.
It's amazing.
Kind
Oh.
of.
All right, guys, that's it for our podcast. We had an enjoyable time talking about this movie. We hope it'll be good. All right, like, follow, subscribe, share with your friends, families. Get all the weebs and the nerds together. Hopefully we won't kill each other. Not likely, though. All right, see you next time.
Bye. Bitches.
Dumbasses.